I never knew there was a love like this before. Never had someone to show me a love like this before. I never knew there was a love like this before. Never had someone to show me a love like this before. I never knew there was.
Here, myself, all of us were born with our hair like this, and we just wear it like this because it's natural. Because the reason for it, you might say, is like a new awareness among black people that their own natural appearance, physical appearance, is beautiful and it's pleasing to them. For so many years, we were told that only white people were beautiful. Only straight hair, light eyes, light skin was beautiful. And so black women would try everything they could to straighten their hair and lighten their skin to look as much like white women. But this has changed because black people are aware. And white people are aware of it too because white people now want natural wigs. They want wigs like this. Dig it? Isn't it beautiful? All right.
Hi guys, so today I will be perming my 3-year-old's hair.
What's up everyone, it's Books&Looks TV. Today I am going to be talking about the Kiddie relaxer, and I'm going to do some reaction videos and just read public opinion. A Kiddie relaxer is a type of hair relaxer that is marketed for children with curly or textured hair. It is supposed to be a gentler way to achieve straight hair on fragile youth tresses. However, some experts and consumers claim that Kiddie relaxers are just as harmful as adult relaxers and can cause hair damage, scalp burn, and health problems. Kiddie relaxers in the black community is linked to the history of hair relaxers in general. Hair relaxers are products that use chemicals to break the bonds that give hair its curl pattern, resulting in permanently straightened hair, quote unquote. Hair relaxers were invented in the early 1900s by Garrett A. Morgan, a black inventor who also created the gas mask and traffic signal. He accidentally discovered the hair straightening properties of a chemical he used to polish sewing needles. He then patented his invention and sold it as a G.A. Morgan hair refining cream. Hair relaxers became popular among black women who wanted to achieve styles similar to those worn by white women, especially during the civil rights movement and the rise of integration. However, hair relaxers also faced criticism from some black activists and cultural leaders who saw them as a form of self-hatred and assimilation. They advocated for natural hairstyles that celebrated black beauty and identity, such as afros, braids, and locks. In the 1960s, George E. Johnson founded Johnson Products Company, which introduced the first permanent hair straightener for black consumers called Ultra Wave Hair Culture. He also created a line of products for children called Ultra Sheen Jr., which included a mild relaxer cream. Other companies followed suit and developed their own version of Kiddie relaxers, such as Just For Me, Beautiful Beginnings, PCJ, and African Pride. Kiddie relaxers have been controversial for several reasons. They contain dangerous chemicals that can cause cancer and other health problems. A study by the National Institutes of Health in 2020 found that women who use hair relaxers more than 4 times a year were more than twice as likely to develop uterine cancer. Other studies have linked hair relaxers to breast cancer, fibroids, hormonal imbalances, and infertility. They can damage the hair and scalp of children who have more delicate and sensitive skin than adults. Kiddie relaxers can cause chemical burns, hair loss, breakage, dryness, brittleness, and scalp infections. They can also affect the natural growth and development of children's hair. They promote unrealistic and oppressive beauty standards that devalue natural hair textures and styles. Kiddie relaxers can send a negative message to children that their hair is not good enough or acceptable as it is. They can also undermine their self-esteem and cultural identity. Kiddie relaxers are not very different from adult relaxers in terms of their ingredients and effects. They both use chemicals such as sodium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, or ammonium thioglycolate to alter the structure of their hair. They both have similar pH levels, which range from 9 to 14 on a scale of 0 to 14, where 7 is neutral and anything above 7 is alkaline or basic. The higher the pH, the stronger the relaxer and the more damage it can cause. Some Kiddie relaxers may claim to be milder or gentler than adult relaxers. This is not always true or consistent. Some Kiddie relaxers may have lower concentrations of chemicals or shorter processing times, than adult relaxers, but this does not guarantee less harm or better results. Some kiddie relaxers may also have misleading labels such as softeners or silkeners, but they still contain the same active ingredients as regular relaxers. I think it's really harmful that a lot of us have this like internalized racism where we want to straighten children's hair. If we see hair we think is difficult, we think, okay, well, how can I make it less difficult by totally altering the appearance instead of just learning how to adapt or what works with the child's hair, like usually conditioning it or just letting it be. And that's the same thing that happened with even the case of Blue Ivy. Her mother decided that and letting the child's hair be natural, but people, they continue to bash people like Blue Ivy, who now you can see her with long hair. So again, a lot of times texturism and different things align with how we internalize racism. So for example, some people might see a child who's biracial, like for instance Northwest. No one critiqued her hair and her hair was never really styled. So again, when it comes to like biracial hair or like the hair of a white child, people will usually accept it. But in general, I just think we just need to really be cautious on how we project onto children and how a lot of people always feel like we have to change ourselves because their conditioning at a young age can alter someone's self-esteem and go into, okay, well, I can never just truly be myself. Some people might not look at it like that, but there's totally different ways that you can style the child's hair. So anyways, I'm just going to play this video I saw online and then I'm going to read the comments. One comment says, I don't know why some of these moms put perms in these babies' hair. Don't they know what they do is just thinning the hair, and when they braid, putting it in ponytails, etc., is going to break the hair off. Shaking my head. These chemicals are just too harsh for kids. It can even hinder her hair growth. Not to mention you have to keep up with it or else everything will fall out. Oh Lord, mommy, why? Stylist, you ain't ish either. Just braid the baby hair up. Someone else says, I've permed my hair since I was 10 years old. Stopped in 2010. Diagnosed with uterine leiomyosarcoma in 2021. Studies have shown relaxer, whether used at home or in a salon, has contributed to uterine cancer. Please stay away from these products. And if you have fibroids, make sure your doctor knows the difference between a fibroid and a tumor. I was told my tumor was a fibroid. Have your doctor test the fibroid. Chemo ain't no joke when you got cancer on your lungs, kidneys, and other muscles in your body. So again, these are people who literally said that now they have long-term health illnesses because of kiddie relaxers. Someone else says, no, this is not the move, mamas. Keep these toxic chemicals out of these girls' hair and yours too, please, ladies. You're ruining your natural hair. Get irons with great heat protection or the right temperature is fine. I don't really agree with that, especially on kids' hair. Someone else says, this is so dumb. You expose your child to chemicals into her undeveloped scalp because your lack of patience and understanding of moisturizing. It's very true. A lot of times when you just moisturize the child's hair, their hair will be easier to comb or manage or whatever style you're trying to do. Someone else says, so y'all still putting this mess in these babies' hair instead of actually using really good products to soften the curls and train the hair. No relaxers before your first menstrual cycle. The hair is too delicate. Fire the hairdresser. She should have turned this down. I never heard of that before. I think they just mean that like just being older in general, it's probably safer to relax the hair. If y'all know below, let me know. But I think if your body's still changing, I just wouldn't do it in general. And I think alternatively, a lot of people did presses because of that. Someone else says it's the relaxer and them rubber bands for me. Then when you got home, you braided it. Make it make sense. Because of the rough texture, she rarely got any. Could have used detangler or press it. And I don't even recommend pressing it. You got to try everything before you give up. We are in the age where we know these products cause illnesses. A board brush and a cream moisturizer and oil, no water, can change the texture of her hair. Again, so it's some people that's constantly recommending stuff, but it's like people constantly focus on the texture. To me, it's like, again, self-hatred. Because there's nothing wrong with the texture. To me, it's more so about keeping the hair conditioned and healthy. Someone else says, oh no, she's too young. You could have done this style without a relaxer and you put rubber bands in her hair. It's a no for me. I'm really disturbed. This just sucks for the child on so many levels. LOC, method for natural hair, leave-in, oil, cream. It's a zillion videos and products out there. Dang, mom. Is it easy dealing with natural 4C hair? Not at all. Would I have ever permed my daughter's hair? Absolutely not. I stopped relaxing my hair after I had her. She's 9. I will never go back because my hair is thicker and stronger than it ever was relaxing. Hopefully this mom will let the perm grow out and have patience and learn how to care for this beautiful baby's hair. Our hair isn't difficult, it's magical. I am not here to judge anyone. I think it would be awesome for more of us to learn to care for our natural hair. It's not actually more difficult to maintain, but we have to let go of trying to get our hair to do things that are not meant for our texture. That would save us a lot of pain and frustration. Ruin her hair before she even got a chance. Point blank period. The stylist should have refused to do it. I know, right? Put one of my daughter's hair, 10, 11 years old, damaged. Feels so bad. So again, y'all, that's pretty much all I have to say about this. I probably talk about this more in the future, but I just want to know like what you think. Do you think it's a certain age children should get kiddie relaxers? Or like how do you feel about flat ironing the hair? Or what do you do to your child's hair if you have a child or niece or daughter? And at what age did you get a relaxer? Did you have a good experience? I think we do need to be careful on how we speak to children and how we treat children and just how we look at ourselves. And that's pretty much all I have to say. Let me know again your experiences down below. And thank you for listening to Books and Looks TV.
What was the reason? What was the reason? What was the reason?